What's going on today, my fellow A-Plusers? It is I, your Morphinominal host, Adam Perez, back once again with a brand new episode today for A-Plus Morphinominals. We're set to go ahead and get into Kiramager episode number 30 review today. That's right. Happy Toku Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. I hope your week has started off well. Getting the opportunity, hopefully, to watch episode number 30 of Kiramager earlier on this weekend. But guys, we're going to go ahead and be breaking it down for you guys today, as we always do around here. So it is so good to see each and every one of you. I hope your week's been going great. And I'm back. Apologies, guys, for no A-Plus More Phenomenal this past weekend. I've been going through an emotional sort of roller coaster, if you will. Got some personal stuff going on in my life. And so this weekend, man, I was just emotionally wrecked in regards to my mind just wasn't there. Couldn't put words to anything that I certainly wanted to talk about. So I do apologize that we didn't get a live episode of A-Plus More Phenomenal, but certainly look forward to this weekend as we certainly get back on track. And of course, there are a couple things that I need to catch up on. Mighty Morphin issue number 1 review, that'll probably be dropping on this channel later on this week. Also, the previous episode of Beast Morphers, we certainly have to go ahead and dive into, and a ton more, guys. So this week on A-Plus More Phenomenal here on our YouTube page, pay close attention, because we probably will have quite a few tidbits of information and videos for you guys going into the weekend for our live episode. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and talk about Kiramager episode number 30, which is kind of crazy. I was actually on Twitter last week, I believe it was, and I believe at The Real Matt Hunt. He's always got his ears close to anything Super Sentai or Tokusatsu related, honestly. And I believe he said he thinks that we're probably only going to get like 15 more episodes or so. So I'm assuming, if anything, maybe what happened with the pandemic maybe set them back a little bit. Maybe they had to eliminate a couple of episodes. Who certainly knows? I'm not quite sure exactly how their filming or shooting schedule wind up changing, but according to The Real Matt Hunt, he feels as though we're probably going to get about maybe 15 episodes this season. So ending on episode 45, maybe. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But you know what? This episode was cool to me. I certainly enjoyed it for the most part, for certainly what it was. You know, one of the things that we've talked about ever since the appearance of Yodanna is really how she's kind of taken the Kiramagers by surprise. She's really forced the Kiramagers to step up their game and get stronger. And I think just opening this episode here, we get to see just that, the idea of them working out, right, getting in shape because of the fact of them having to face Yodanna and really what she's sort of bringing to the table. She's definitely pushed the Kiramagers, and they definitely want to go ahead and do their part to be stronger. So I love the fact of seeing everybody meditating. You got Seo, reading up her on her book in regards to Aikido, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Cena and Juru stretching each other out and things like that. So they're definitely prepping, if you will. Tommy Tomo doing 300 sit-ups. Okay, Tommy Tomo, whatever you say there, buddy. But I love the idea, though, that they immediately start realizing that, hey, maybe we could just rely on King Oridan, right? Like we got the Grateful Phoenix. King Oridan's back. If we're ever in trouble, we can just give homeboy a call, right? And just be like, hey, can you come on, stop by and help us out? Unfortunately, it's not that easy, though, because of the fact that King Oridan is on the holy land of Adamald. They certainly need Embark in order to reach out to him and actually go there. But unfortunately, as we saw in last week's episode, Embark along with King Oridan just deuces. Like they just split on everybody, left poor Mabushina behind, sort of thing. Like even Seo in this episode apologized for Mabushina, the fact that her father's back and she can't even communicate with him at all. So, and it's not like King Oridan is trapped over there in Adamald. He just prefers to be over there in the Holy Land. Like if he wanted to come out here as the Greater Phoenix anytime he wanted to, I'm pretty sure that he could. But poor Mabushina over here is just sulking at the idea that she can't talk to her dad, but we at least see that she's thrilled that he is in fact back. So our Kiramagers clearly want additional help. The idea of maybe a 7th Kiramager, maybe they can find help elsewhere, who certainly knows. And because of the fact that they wanted that additional help, this really puts a focus this week's episode on Moryu, along with the Careful Go arrow. Quick honorable mention, though, this week, because we did see our Kiramagers have to blitz out of their command center real quick over at Carrot. A Mannequin Marsk? What? I gotta say, guys, you know, I've really given this show a ton of props in regards to their character villain designs. There is something really fun about harkening back to like the old school Super Sentai villains with the capes and the actual human forms, but just the masks itself, if you will, or like the head helmet, whatever the case may be, like just the design for the creature. There is something really retro about these designs that I've been really pleased with, to be honest with you. But this week's episode, not so much the case. The Mannequin mask, easily the creepiest mask I've ever seen. We see him turn Cena into a semi-mannequin, and then when he winds up getting the upgrade or power upgrade from Yodanna with that whoosh, that whip, that crack of the whip, then he's able to turn Seiyo into full mannequins. Just mannequins are already creepy as it is. But I honestly was just not a fan of the monster's design this week, because it was like a body, a human body, and then a mannequin upper torso as its head with the arms chilling on its shoulders. Super weird. I have no idea who came up with this design for the creature this week, but I was not a fan. Creepy as all get out, but just honestly not a fan this week. So I apologize if you guys certainly were. But the Careful Go arrow certainly plays a big part in this week's episode. We do see here that Moryu winds up taking it in order to upgrade the Careful Go in the middle of a battle. Now, we don't know why he's upgrading this Careful Go arrow in the beginning. We really get sort of a unique picture from Takamichi in regards to, like, if Moryu did take the Careful Go arrow, what could he possibly be doing? And the first thing that comes to Takamichi's mind is he's got to be Kiramai Gold, right? He's got to be the 7th Ranger. He's got to be working behind the scenes to go ahead and help us out. And so, look, I love the great enthusiasm from Taka, who's the brother of Moryu, and thinking that his brother's a warrior. He's going to be the next Kiramager, right? Because he even recalls some of the conversation that he remembers between King Orden and the younger Moryu, who, by the way, great casting on the young Moryu. He looks like almost identical as to what Moryu would have grown up to look like. Like when they did the shot of the flashback and you see young Moryu and then it winds up transforming into current day, I was like, dude, that's spot on in regards to casting. So shout out to great casting for young Moryu, but the enthusiasm level for Takamichi in here is out of this world, and I was here for that energy, honestly. Between him and Mabushina, I couldn't tell who was more excited for the idea of Moryu becoming the gold Kiramager. Great little roll call that we finally got the opportunity to see. Also, like, I never thought I would see Moryu as a ranger, but the fact that they even gave him a little shine and a little bit of spotlight to go ahead and transform and give him his whole henshin call and stuff, I thought it was really cool to kind of see just a quick flash morph for the gold ranger, or the gold Kiramager, if you will. Quick shout out also to Mabushina for that headbutt to Tommy Tomo, right? Because that's the struggle that we find our Kiramagers in this week. The idea of, do we wait for Moryu to go ahead and give himself an upgrade and turn into the 7th Kiramager, or do we just take the Careful Go arrow right now, give our power ups, and then just be done with this guy, right? Like, we're literally waiting around for something that we don't even know is certainly going to happen. So I love just the conflict of interest between some of the Kiramagers along with Takamichi and Mabushina, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to their final battle, even Juro winds up sort of getting in on this also. Like, hey man, I know that you want to wait around for your brother to come through, but I don't really think he's gonna be the next Kiramager, so can I just please call? And of course, Moryu certainly lets Juro know that he's certainly right. The idea that Moryu is upgrading the Careful Go arrow, not giving himself special abilities. He's literally just upgrading the bow so that they can communicate with King Orden anytime that they want to. So King Orden can certainly come through and save the day, him and the Grateful Phoenix certainly did. So it was really great to be able to see Moryu call in on his old longtime friend in King Orden to kind of help save the day. A little bit bummed, I'm sure Takamichi and Mabushina certainly were, for not getting themselves the 7th Kiramager. But again, the one thing that I loved about this episode had to really be just the relationship between Takamichi and Moryu. Like, Taka understanding like all the stuff that Moryu has done, not only for him as a kid, but for the team also, I thought was really important. Like, I don't know if we've ever seen Moryu and Taka hugging before up until this episode. Maybe we have seen a hug or two, but just the enthusiasm level of Taka, Moryu, and Mabushina hugging each other, dancing around in the circle, just all happy and celebrating each other and stuff. I just think it was really cool to see that side of him, you know, especially the flashback sequence where we get to see young Moryu really looking out for Taka. Like, hey, if you really are planning on taking Taka to Planet Crystallia with your King Orden, here's a couple of his favorite mangas for him to read and things like that, giving presents to the king and queen. I mean, really going out of his way to not only show his love for his brother, but also showing King Orden what Moryu is certainly made of, because make no mistake, that particular moment in Moryu's life was certainly a pivotal one to really make that relationship between him and King Orden as strong as it was, because even King Orden can tell just how shining he certainly was and really how much of a warrior and how really dependable he definitely is. And I think that gets lost with us sometimes as a viewer when we're watching Moryu. We just look at him as like the sidekick guy, the guy that works at Carrot, maybe on some of the weapons and things like that, but we really don't know his full story and really all the support that he truly does give these Kiramagers. So I'm glad that the Kiramagers really showed him some love here in this week's episode, to be quite honest with you. Let's see here. Couple quick honorable mentions. Mach. I love the fact that Mach just goes insanely crazy when he winds up realizing that Cena's stuck in sort of this mannequin position that she's in, and he just becomes hysterical. I mean, the idea of really talking about his love for her, how even in her stillness, her beauty is amazing. Like, commenting on like her lines and her curves and just, I mean, Mach, I don't know, you got to calm down. Somebody pour some water on this guy, because Mach is just, he's hot and heavy right now. Like, we need to calm Mach down. He truly does love him some Cena. So I thought that was great. And honestly, a next honorable mention, Mistress Yodanna. I honestly never picked up on the mistress part because that's what the Marsk Beast this week wind up calling her, was Mistress Yodanna. But it really makes a lot of sense when you come to think about it. The fact that he calls her Mistress Yodanna, the fact that she has a whip in her hand and she loves whipping that ass whenever she gets a chance, that definitely feels very much like a mistress to me, if you ask me. So, and I also love just seeing her pretend to be a mannequin. Like, that scene honestly surprised me, because I honestly thought we were seeing the backs of all the mannequins. And then just as the Marsk comes across the one in the purple dress, you just hear the crow in the background, or whatever, and then their head just slowly turns. You're like, whoa, yeah, you got me, Yodanna. Creepy as can be, but she looked great in that outfit. The purple and the silver and black really work well on Yodanna, to be quite honest with you. But the fact that she's just there to pretend to be a mannequin to see how it feels, super weird. And she's just like, good. It's absolutely terrible. Like, like right up her alley for Yodanna. Good for Yodanna means absolutely terrible. So I'm glad that she certainly enjoyed her time as a mannequin, but damn, is she not creepy at the end of the day, man. But overall, guys, I thought this was just a pretty fun episode, honestly. Love the enthusiasm from Takamichi along with Mabushina. Love just seeing the past of Moryu and really understanding the importance of how pivotal he really is as a support of this particular team, and really some great tidbits here and there overall. But guys, listen, if there's anything in particular that I missed though, or any character details that you guys certainly want to go ahead and continue to talk about, please go ahead and do so. Just let me know in the comment section, guys, some of your thoughts, because as always, these are just my A+ opinions, but at the end of the day, I want to know yours. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section box below, and we can go ahead and continue along with this particular conversation. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's certainly going to do it for me here. But again, don't worry, we certainly will be back later on this week. We've got a couple of reaction videos for you guys, a couple of other review videos coming for you guys that I wind up missing talking about this past week. And then, of course, I'll see you guys Saturday at noon Central Time. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, do me a big favor. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and may the power protect you. Keep it A+, and I'll talk to you guys later. Kiramai change!